into the guidance. Leanne, you started what, 2.5 years ago?
Yeah, it was the January, so a little just shy of 2.5. Yeah.
Where were you in your business a little more than 2 years ago? What was not working?
Well, lots wasn't working. Lots was working too. So the biggest thing was that I was winning in the dark. It was my motto. To be honest, I was super comfortable there. I was super happy there. When I quit my day-to-day 9 to 5 job, it was to be home with my kids. It was all I wanted. Make as much as I was making, and I'm good. I never missed a beat with my kids' activities. It's the mom I wanted to be. And slowly the business was happening for me. Like they'd ask me, I work with insurance companies and providers to help people get back to work. Can you offer this? I'd say yes, say yes, say yes. So I was forced in some ways to hire. So it was growing and I was happily winning in the dark. I was just building an empire in the basement. Nobody knew. And then all of a sudden, it blew up a little bit more than I had anticipated that it even would. And suddenly I was very lonely. I was very overwhelmed. I was in the weeds of the day to day. I was taking on all the clients. I didn't know, in honesty, how to get out. When I got into it, it was to work in my passion and to work in the profession that I'd been working in. I don't have a business background. I didn't even know what I didn't know. So I suddenly became very sad and very lonely and very overwhelmed. And that's when I found out about you and got started.
What's happened in the 2 years that we've
Oh,
been together?
it's funny because when I was looking back at this and reviewing it all, and I was like, it was almost hard to see myself in that light because it's a process too, right? It's a journey. And because it happens over time, it's not like I was this person yesterday and today I woke up this person. It's been such a journey with you and with the community that it took a minute for me to sit back into those emotions and those feelings. And it was quite interesting to do that. But a lot has changed. Right off the gate, we got rid of, not got rid of, that sounds horrible. We didn't get rid of. She silently and lovingly was released from the company, my right hand, who I truly didn't think, did I even have a company without her? Because we've been doing it kind of together since the beginning. But through this community and through your guidance, she was lovingly released. And since then, we've grown. It's a team of over 27. We have 5 divisions within the company doing consulting and training. There were programs that I was just sitting on, waiting. They were just deep in my heart, deep in my soul that I couldn't get there because it turned out I'm a visionary and had no ability to do so, which I also didn't know. I had zero capabilities of taking things to that level. Well, I don't, but knowing that I can hire people who can was key. And so, yeah, these programs are just on the cusp of launching, and we have systems in place for everything. We are a process driven company. Bottom line, we have cookbooks for everything. So, whatever division, whatever you're being trained for, you will be given a cookbook and you will have the recipe for success. Time, I'm basically out of the day to day, in all honesty. I don't really work on day to day things at all. So, I do have my time. I do have differentiation. I have accountability. I have a team who's self-managing and even self-multiplying. They come to me now to say that they themselves need support, and we work around that. And I think that's been such a huge thing for me because I can lead my team the way that you've guided me to lead myself, which is huge because I also, like the other lady said, have masculine tendencies. It's where I sit for sure, but knowing that I could also tap into this feminine and still be this leader as a woman through your guidance and talk to them with love and the insurance companies and all the things, like it just changed my entire demeanor and the way that I approached it.
Mm. So you've created all these systems,
Mm-hmm.
you're scaling.
Mm-hmm.
This is your year of marketing.
Mm-hmm.
You are, I'm not going to divulge, but you are up to really big things this year.
Mm-hmm.
What's going to happen in the next 12 months, 18 months, Leanne?
Well, we're definitely in the year of scaling. So the last 2 years, I really locked in through the leverage program. I was really locked in the recipe. So I wasn't really even worried or thinking about the numbers and the growth, even though we ended up having astronomical growth. It wasn't my focus because I was so set on getting myself ready for that scaling. And so we did that. We locked in for the 2 years to do that. And so this next time, like we're putting ourselves out there. I go out marketing. I'm no longer in my basement. We moved. I have windows. I have the ability to go out, and I'm no longer winning in the dark or being in the shadows. Um, yeah, the next 18 months are going to be interesting because we've already had people starting to reach out to us. And because of our new divisions and the platforms, the digital platforms we're launching, it's just going to allow us to expand in markets that we aren't even touching yet. And we do have people now. I hadn't marketed since 2016 when I started this company, not a day in my life, right? So now that we've started even just inkling our way into this social media game and putting ourselves out there, people are coming to us. So we're getting new referrals, new contracts. They're just kind of landing for us. But the beauty is there's no panic because I have the systems.
Yeah.
So even in the midst of that, I lovingly may have to release somebody that's been with me for a really long time. And I don't have fear around it. I'm like, it's okay because we have systems in place. And if she's not going to follow the process and not want to grow with us, then sometimes they just have to be lovingly released.
Okay.
And even the insurance company messaged me about wanting to go over a program. Normally that would have put me in a spin. They hate us. They don't want us anymore. And I'm like, yeah, let's chat. What's new? What are we going to change? I'm here for it. Let's go.
What's it like to be in the program?
Oh,
What is it that works for you? Is it weekly with me? Is it the community? Is it the activators where there's like a big thing we work on every quarter? Is it your monthly mastermind? Your daily accountability? What is it?
everything, truly everything. So first and foremost, like I said, the 2 years was the systems. And what I learned through the 2 years with the systems was the community. So learning to be vulnerable. Again, it's not my nature to be a vulnerable person. I've spoken to many of the women in the community during Q&As. It's showing up for everything. So that's why I don't think I can pick one thing because I show up for everything. And I think that's so key because sometimes you need the process and sometimes you need the mindset and sometimes you need just to be vulnerable because we are women living lives that also have a personal element that comes into it. I do have to give a shout out to Toby. She's my AB and we have a magical relationship that I can't even begin to have. I have such a high level of gratitude for Toby. We work magic together, Toby and I.
AB is accountability buddy, and when you're in Bold Heart, you don't have to, but you're encouraged to find a person to
Yeah.
talk to every single day. And those who take it seriously are like they become friends for life, but they bolster each other so much to grow their business, and
Yeah.
it prevents that isolation.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then the Q&As, like I said, it's showing up for everything. And you have created such a safe space. You have a process that truly can take you from here to here. Just follow the recipe, but then do the work with the mindset, do the work with your community and just get behind it because it's true. Isolation, it doesn't even just breed self-doubt. I never had doubt in my company. I was just so lonely and so unsure of how to even do it. And that was the part that was so hard for me before I got here.
Yeah, I think there's this whole, remember yesterday morning we were talking about all the body of possible knowledge that you don't know exists. When people
Mhm.
come to Bold Heart, they're like, wait, I didn't even know that was a thing. And that was a thing. And you mean and this is why results happen so quickly. It's that combination of mindset, like weekly mindset, right? Where I'm
Yeah.
here for you. I'm like, oh, there's your boulder. Oh, you should watch out for that, but in a nice way, of course. And then there's that strategy that we all need, but that uh, accountability that comes from the community, all of it put together. Was there
Yeah.
was there some resistance to joining? Like, was there a part of you that was scared or trying to talk yourself out of it or something like that?
Yeah, there was lots of that. Financial, obviously. I was in a position to to be able to pay for it. But talking to my husband about it, he was all on board. He's a business owner too, so he saw the value in that. The resistance came to from, can I be vulnerable enough? Can I learn it? Because like I said, it felt like I'm not a business owner. Like I'm just like I write resumes. I teach people how to look for work. I don't know. And so there was that hesitation of, can I become this person? Because you do truly transform into somebody else. And there was the grief that came with that, because you have to let go of a lot to move into a place of leadership. You have to recognize that you're not the best at everything, even though we probably are, but whatever. You got to learn to trust. And actually, I did find that the more people I put in the right seats, the who's not hows, they do actually know a lot more than me. So that piece was really hard for me. The vulnerability piece was really hard for me. And truly, when it became leverage was over for me and my 2 years was up and it was time to come into masters. So sitting down with my husband and chatting about it, and it wasn't even a conversation of, well, you have the resources, you have the knowledge. Why do you need to do this for a whole other period of time? And it wasn't even a conversation around why do you need this. It was, yeah, let's keep going. Like, let's go, because it truly is. He's watched it transform me from as a business woman and leader, step out of my shell in ways that I don't think he even could imagine for me himself. And just the things it's even done on a personal level, like you can't help but cross over. So the things that you learn, the things that you apply to your personal life, and the way that the kids have talked to me about what they've seen in my journey, it was just a no-brainer to keep going. So I mean, initially, obviously, there's always hesitation. It's not, and I'm in Canada, so the dollar is terrible, as you know. So, it's different price point for me. So of course, there's questions around that, but second time around, there wasn't even a moment of hesitation around that, because it was just a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
7 figures.
Mm-hmm. Beyond. And that was what was so funny. I remember. Well, first, there's 2 things I remember when I joined. Was one, my husband, his only comment was, well, if you're not working the day-to-day operations, what are you going to do with your time? And you were like, don't worry about that. Yeah, I don't worry about
find something.
find something to do. And the other thing being that you had said when you hit the 7 figures, it's going to be like, meh, because it's about who you became in the journey. And it's no longer about just hitting 7 figures for me. Like that just scrapes the iceberg of where I'm heading with this. So you do truly inspire that. But like I said, I love money. I'm here for it. But it truly is who you become along the way. And I couldn't be more grateful for the woman you've created me to be, because I never had that ability to see her before.
I'm so proud for you, Leanne. And what's great about all of these shares is the best is yet to come. You're like in the middle, right?
Yeah.
You're like in the middle of your story. So you've accomplished so much, and I'm here championing you all the way. Thank you for sharing and inspiring so much.